All right, welcome back. On RealCopStoriesVideos.com, over 360 cop stories. Please look them up. 7, 8, 9 minutes. You're probably on it right now, or otherwise you wouldn't have gotten me. And gross alerts, vice, exploding bodies, dogs, believe it or not, stopping at stoplights. Strange one. Okay. Anyway, in addition to that, over 200 questions and answers. So ask me a question. You can email me at rsbcopstories@gmail.com, and I'll answer your questions directly, and then we'll put it on video. However, this one I couldn't answer directly. I'm doing it now on video because it asked me, how do you train a recruit out of the academy? Okay, previously I told you that we had I explained how we do a foot pursuit with, I hope this doesn't show up on the thing. I got a blazing thing here. Foot pursuit with a tenured other training officer. Both had like 7 years on. Been done tons of these, dozens of these, maybe even more. Now I'm with the recruit. Recruit's about out of the academy maybe a month and a half, 2 months. We've done a lot of things here. We went to bank robbery, went a vehicle pursuit, both him driving and myself. Covered those already. Me, it's exciting but routine and precise. Him, his head's going to explode. He's so excited he can't be, he's beside himself. After every one of those things, he's like, oh, man, I got to tell my wife. You know, and that's the way it was. That's the way when I did it. I wasn't married at the time when I was a young guy like that, but I couldn't wait to get home and tell my dad and my mom and anybody that wanted to hear what I did that day. And they sit there with their, you know, we lived in a small town west of Los Angeles. They're just like with their mouths open like, oh my gosh, because they're just in shock. And I probably shouldn't have told them a lot of those because my mom was scared to death that I was going to get killed. She already went through 4 years of the Marine Corps. I thought I was going to die then. I was the only boy. And then going to Vietnam, she thought I was going to die there. She's an old school Mexican, you know, candles everywhere, crosses everywhere, worries about her son, and that's fine. I mean, I think I survived because of all her prayers. I get religious here, but that's what happened. But so anyway, so he's all excited. Okay, so now we're driving around. He's been with me a couple months, and we've covered a lot of things. But every time I get in that car, I say, okay, now remember now, we go in foot pursuit, we go do this now, okay, fine. We're going to fight someone, you know, do it quick, do it fast, either use your stick, we had nightsticks, or choke them out. Okay, and I'll explain to you earlier, in case you come in on this video, haven't seen the other ones. In those days, in the 70s and 80s, they took it away, we could actually choke people, either this way, across their throat, or this way, in their carotid. And one of the 6, 8 months ago now, they had a big ring fighting with the MMA, whatever they call it, and they had a big Irishman and a guy from Russia, and they fought, and the Irishman lost that fight. Why? The Russian got him in a chokehold, got his head in here, and started choking, and it takes the blood away, and the carotid goes out. So with the Irishman, instead of passing out in front of national television and pooping himself, because that's the result of something like that, I've done it hundreds of times, he tapped out, that was it. Okay, great move, great thing to do, but they took it away because they would say people were dying, but it was actually narcotics, not that. But that's beside the point. That's news media and liberals taking over. So anyway, so back to the thing. So I told him, okay, you know, okay, fine. Simple ticket, again, simple ticket. Nothing simple. Routine traffic stop, no such thing. We did a traffic stop. Light the guy up. If you saw the other video, it's going to be almost the same thing. Light the guy up, pulls over. I tell him, get ready, because he's a recruit, okay? He cracks the door, pull him over. My recruit starts to get, I'll call him recruit, starts to get out of the car, and the guy bails out and he's running, okay? Go, 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 go. Well, he had already seen me, so he's running. So I take off in my car. They're running, he's running. They turn the corner, I turn the corner. Street goes like this, down a little bit. He's running, I'm paralleling him, and I'm going to cut him off. At that time, I cut him off, the guy stumbles, the suspect stumbles, and so I stop and jump out of the car because he's right across from me, he's down. Then he pops up, my partner's right on him, and he pops up and does one of these things, you know. Okay, wrong move on his part, okay? And I saw that, as soon as he pops up, I saw the thing, I went, S, because the recruit's there. I don't know how he's going to, this is his first time he's had someone actually want to fight him. Okay, so you can see I'm getting excited now, excited then, oh my gosh, you know, because here's what can happen. I'm not going on a side note, this is what can happen. Suspect overpower him. Suspect could hurt my partner. He could knock him out, take his gun, then I'd have to shoot him. A lot of bad things can happen here, and when you're a train officer, you think of all the bad things. You think and worry about the bad things, and then when it's over, that's great. In other words, you don't sit there and go, oh, everything's fine. No, it ain't going to be fine. You were taking care of both of them. Your obligation is to take care of your partner. You also have to take care of the criminal. It sounds weird, doesn't it? It sounds strange. But he is now under our suspicion, and we're going to take him into custody. We're responsible for him. In other words, he shouldn't be beat up by a citizen. Somebody shouldn't walk up and knock him out. So we have to take care of him even though we haven't really got him yet. Because he's the focus of our attention. We're going to arrest him, and so he's our responsibility, kinda. I'm doing this by the legal part, by the city attorneys to say you will get sued on this if something happens to him and you had control of him, or you had the area around him wasn't secure to take him into custody. It's kind of a weird liability issue there, but it happens all the time because he gets sued all the time. So I had an S moment, an OS moment. I'm crawling on the car, and oh man, so I'm running across the front of the car. When I saw him pop up and do the fighting stance, I saw my partner go right, he just went right on him. I saw my partner put his hand on his throat. Like I turned, I think he had an OS moment. He starts to turn, I'm going, do it, do it, do it. I'm thinking, do it, do it. Well, he did it. As soon as he turns, he slid that arm under here and he had him around the neck, okay? And I had a tall partner. He was about 6'2", 6'1". So the suspect was like 5'9". So he towered over so I could see him put it around his head, and I'm still running, I'm like this, right towards, what am I gonna do, what am I gonna do? So then he starts to pull on him, and the suspect's kicking and flailing, and to teach you to put your head down as you're doing this, put it right next to his ear so that he can't get to your eyes and scratch you. I see him doing that. He did that right out of the academy. That's what they teach us at the academy. You constantly do wrestling in the academy, call it combat wrestling. And then you have to pass a combat wrestling test to graduate. All the physical instructors, 6 of them, watch you and make sure they have you wrestle with another recruit. Then you wrestle with the instructor to see if you've got the moxie to do this. Okay? And even the women, they made the women do a lot of this. I had a couple of lady partners that had to go through this, and they barely made it because of their strength, but they made it because their ability to get in there, not necessarily their strength, their ability to get in there and do the choke, but they didn't have enough strength to actually pull it in because the guy would come up and try to pull it, but then that's enough to get a distraction so that other partners can get in there. So it's a kind of a gray area. Some people agree they should have never been an officer. No, I think we should have women officers. If they can take care of themselves so they don't get shot and killed, that's kind of a minor thing. That's a man-woman strength thing. I'm not being sexual here. It's just the way it is. Okay. So anyway, back to. So as he's doing that, he's turning him and he's raising him up. I'm already on him now. And so what do? I grab one of the arms because he's trying to reach up. I grab the suspect's arm, and I hear the guy. They call it like the death gurgle. We call it like because he's getting choked. He's trying to get air. And of course, I do what I consider my technique, which works very well, is I grab one of the arms and then I reach down and grab a handful of him. Okay, and I squeeze, and I'm yelling at him, stop fighting. We're yelling all the time, stop resisting, stop resisting. And I hear this, it goes from this to, because there's a difference in the two, okay? You're choking me, but you're also choking me, okay? And everybody I talk to, all men will tell you, oh no, that's not good, okay? There's no like, well, that'd be okay. No, it's not okay, okay? So I grab him both down there, I grab his arm, and then I look at my partner, I go, take him down. Okay, so we had practiced that since he's right-handed, that you grab his shirt and you just roll him over, okay? So I expected him to do that. So I'm going this way, and he decided, the recruit, to go this way. So you ever got a wash rag at the end of showering and you fold it and you go like this, okay? Like that? That's what happened to this guy, okay? He's going this way on the neck, and I'm going the other way, and it's like, oh, and we both kind of... I think the reason why we stopped is because I think his spine stopped us, okay? In other words, it went like this. Let's see, it went like, trying to get the right way. It went like this. And then he goes, of course, he's already out now. It's 5 seconds. He doesn't do that anymore. But my partner goes, oh, and I went, oh man, because it was like, and people are, remember now, you got to remember now, this is in suburbia, foot pursuits, cops yelling, squealing tires. So the population is watching us. This is their Saturday afternoon cop show live, okay? I've been told that before by these really neat black ladies who used to sit out in front of the yard with their chairs and watch the police make stops. And I saw them one time and I waved at them. She goes, this is like cops on TV, man. Only it's live. I went, you're right, man. And I waved at her. They're really nice people because they love this stuff. They don't get to, they're poor. They live in a small community, and they see police and they love it. They love the cops because they help them, when they get burglarized and robbed and everything. So they're all pro-police. 95% of the people in the black area, any minority, are okay with the cops. Just the other idiots get all the press. But so people are watching us, and of course you hear this, and so I go, oh shoot! I said, he had the head, and I've always felt that where the head goes, the body's going to follow. So I said, okay, just keep going, because he didn't get down to the ground. He turned him, and halfway there, we bent him. I don't know how to say that. So I go, okay, keep going down. So then I changed my position and I followed him down because the head up here was going that way. So I just followed him down. By that time, I'd already broadcast. Here comes, as we're taking him down, another police car pulls up. Guys are jumping out. They're running up. Is everything okay? Of course, they see that it's okay because you can tell it's okay. It's fine. The guy's already been enveloped by the arm. He's limp. He's out. Roll him down. We're cuffing him. And 5 seconds after we cuff him, he's jerking and he's awake. Okay, what happened? And of course, my partner's telling me, yeah, you messed up. You know, well, I was just going to run. No, I go, no. I said, you wouldn't like that? Oh, I didn't do that. Okay, fine, whatever. And now in video, we can play the video back. But so he's, of course, they're in denial they did anything wrong. Okay, that's fine. So, so my partner, so we get him up and we put him in the car and then waiting for a sergeant. And we're doing the information out. And I said, I go over and I go, hey, man. He goes, you can see him, you look on his face. He's avoiding me, but he knows it's inevitable. Okay. Later on, when I became a supervisor, I'm getting off here. Whenever you had to correct an employee, I had 14 under me one time. They know it's coming. Just a matter of when the boss is going to get them over. And so we've done search warrants and come back and we're coming into this big trailer with all our equipment and with suspects. And they're walking and they're hoping they can get by me. You know, like maybe you won't see me. I go, come here. They know that. I come over and go, what'd you do back there? They know, and you have to get it. I have to tell them they need to get it off their chest, and then it's over. This isn't just why I'm going to discipline you. No, this is just we have to talk about this. So they tell me what happened. Well, I did this. You think that was right? No, I shouldn't have done that. What you should have done? I should have done this. Okay, fine. We just don't let it happen again. See you later. You know, and they're more relieved than that. Than just. I had one boss used to wait. Oh, I'll talk to you on Monday, and the whole weekend I just worried about what I did wrong. That's a horrible way to do things because he's afraid to confront. He didn't want to confront the subordinate. No, get it out right now. I mean, and then when I come back Monday, I'm all. I couldn't sleep Sunday night. Am I going to get disciplined? He goes, oh, you know about that? Well, I didn't want to do that. Okay, fine. Oh my gosh, could you tell me this Friday? You're killing me here. So I felt that was the way, and it turned out 30 years later, when I became supervisor, 28 years later, I used what I learned from doing this to use it for my people. And then obviously I have three other people that are running squads now, and I've seen them do it, and they do the same thing, which is good. So I said, what happened there? And he goes, oh man, he said, you told me that whenever we got someone, we go to my right shoulder because that's the advantageous way. Because if you go this way, he could pop out. But you go this way, the arm's in the way, and he can't get out. What did you do? I went the wrong way. But sit down. You gotta remember, we talked about this, but this is the first time he's done it. So remember now, you can practice and practice and practice. Now when it's game time, are you going to be able to do it the way you're supposed to? And some guys can, some guys can't. I go back to golf all the time. They're always great shots, but then you get down where you're the last player and you got to hit that green. Can you do it? Can you hit that green and win the tournament? Or are you gonna tense up and F up and go off in the water? That's rubber hits the road, and you need to be critical time. Right here, where you're fighting someone, that's showtime. That's critical because you could get hurt. You could hurt you don't want to hurt the suspect. I've seen officers grab suspect. They get so mad, they put him on the ground. They'll spin him and put him on the ground. They hit their head on the sidewalk and crack it open like a walnut or like a cantaloupe. You can't do that. Your responsibility is to the suspect also. Okay, sure he fought you, sure he ran, but you don't give vengeance on this. You don't become the trial here or jury. You just put him on the ground, cuff him, and on your way. That's what you do. That's the professional way to do it. Okay, so anyway, so he goes, oh man. I said, well, that's okay. Look, it's been your first one, but you got to remember because I've got his legs and I've got his testes. He goes, yeah. So I'm expecting this to go a certain way, and we pretty much wrung him out, literally. Figuratively and literally. He goes, yeah, I know, I saw that. I said, I thought that was kind of weird. I said, yeah. I said, of course, we could have broken his back. Really? You think so? No, we're not going to break his back. You know how much torque it takes to break someone's back? But I wanted him to be great in there, you know. I said, but you're fine. It's no big deal. Okay, so we get him in the car. Sergeant rolls up. Here they come. Sergeant watching me. He's watching him. Wants to know what happened. So my training officer standing next to the car, talking to the sergeant. And how did it ever go? It went really well. And I know that he asked me later, the recruit. He said, everything okay? Everything's fine. We took him down. Okay, fine. I omitted the twisting of the body. Okay? Not needed. Not needed. Because, again, I don't want the sergeant to think this guy's out of control or I didn't teach him right. It's his first time. Okay? You can critique, but you shouldn't chew. But it's the first time. It's adrenaline's, adrenaline's pumping. It's the first time he's been by himself. First time he's got a combative suspect. All these first, he's doing the best he can with the way he's been trained. Twisting the body at the end, minor adjustment. That was a double entourage. Anyway, but a little bit of an adjustment to that. But he did extremely well. So we get in the car and off we went. You know, and I'm not making a joke of this, but it's just the way it is. I mean, it's funny. And I didn't chew him. I just told him, and I know he remembered that. He told me later. He said, I thought about that on the way home. He's a very serious thinking guy because why? He wants to be a police officer. So he's evaluating himself all the time after a hairy situation. Foot pursuits, vehicle pursuits, altercations, which is good. I did the same thing. So I'm out of time here, and I hope you enjoyed this one. It was pretty good. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.